Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is BJ Tutor, and in this video let us try to solve exercise 11.1 question number 10. Okay students, so today let us try to solve question number 10. So first of all, let's read the question. So it says oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. Understood? So it means that there is a large box. Okay, so from this box inside this box there are some oranges. Some oranges are there inside this box. Okay, we don't know the exact number of oranges, but there are some oranges. Okay, there are some oranges inside this large box, and from this large box the oranges are to be transferred into smaller boxes. These oranges are to be transferred into some smaller boxes. Understand? Then it says, when a large box is emptied, the oranges from it fill two smaller boxes. Understood? When a large box is emptied. So when a large so there is a large box, and when this large box is emptied, it means that when the oranges from one large box are all taken out, it fills how many smaller boxes? It fills two smaller boxes. It fills two smaller boxes. Understood, student? It fills two smaller boxes. And still 10 oranges remain outside. So after filling these two smaller boxes, there are still how many oranges left? 10 oranges. 10 oranges remain outside. 10 oranges still remain. Okay, then it further says, if the number of oranges in a small box are taken to be x, it means that if the number of oranges in one small box is taken to be x, what is the number of oranges in the larger box? The question asks us to find the total number of oranges in one large box. Understand? So let me repeat the question once again. Oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. So it means that there are some larger boxes. Okay, and inside those larger boxes there are oranges. Okay, and those oranges are to be transferred into smaller boxes. When a large box is emptied, it means that when one large box is emptied, means that when the number of oranges in one large box are all taken out, and what does it says? It fills two smaller boxes. So when the oranges from one larger box are all taken out, it fills how many smaller boxes? Two smaller boxes. And after filling those two smaller boxes, how many oranges still remain? 10 oranges remain outside. 10 oranges still remain. Okay, if the number of oranges in a small box are taken to be x, and the question further tells us that if the number of oranges in one smaller boxes is taken to be what? Yes, is taken to be x. Is taken to be x. Then it says, what is the number of oranges in the large box? The question asks us to find the total number of oranges in large box. Understand? Very good. So let's solve the question. Let's try the answer. So students, before we solve the question, let us try one example. Understand? So let us assume that this is a large box. Okay, there's a large box, and inside this box there are some oranges inside this large box. So these are all oranges. Okay, we don't know the exact number of oranges, but there are some oranges inside this large box. So when all those oranges are taken out from this large box, it fills how many smaller boxes? Two smaller boxes. Okay, when all these oranges are taken out and it fills how many oranges, how many smaller boxes? 2 smaller boxes. It fills two smaller boxes. Okay, so inside these smaller boxes there are also oranges. Understand? And after filling those 2 smaller boxes, how many oranges still remain? 10 oranges still remain, right? 10 oranges still remain. Right? So, let us assume that if the number of oranges in one small box, let's say in one small box, if the number of oranges is, let's say, 20, okay, in one small box, then inside this small box also there must be how many oranges? 20 oranges, right? So what will be the total number of oranges in this last box? We have to just do addition, right? So in one box there are how many oranges? 20. So 20 plus, and again in another small box there must also be how many oranges? 20, right? Plus, and after filling these 2 smaller boxes, how many oranges still remain? 10 oranges still remain, right? So 20 plus 10, and their total sum will be, yes, 50. So the total number of oranges in one large box will be how many? Yes, 50. This is how we will solve this question. But in our question, they ask us to take the number of oranges in one small box to be, yes, to be the variable x, right? So in another small box, the number of oranges will also be x, right? So the total number of oranges will be x, that is the number of orange in one small box, plus another x, that is a number of oranges in another smaller box, right? Plus the number of oranges still remain, that is 10, right? So what is the sum of x and x? It will be, yes, 2x plus 10, right? Can we further solve this? No, because we don't know the value of this variable. So the total number of oranges in the large box will be, yes, 2x plus, yes, 10. This will be our final answer. 2x plus 10. Understood? So let's write the statement. Okay, student. So let us write the statement for question number 10. Our first statement will be number of oranges in one small box. Okay, number of oranges in one small box. Okay, in one small box. So how many oranges are there in one small box? In the question they ask us to take, yes, x. Okay, and those oranges which are in the larger boxes fill how many smaller boxes? 2 smaller boxes, right? So number of, our next statement will be number of oranges in 2 small box. Okay, in 2 small box. So in one small box the number of oranges is how many? X. So in 2 small box number of oranges will be x plus x, that is x plus x will be, yes, 2x. Okay, and next, our next statement will be number of oranges still remain. How many oranges still remain? 10, right? Number of oranges remain. So how many oranges are still remain? Yes, 10. So last statement will be, therefore the total number of oranges in the larger box. In the larger box. In the larger box will be given by number of oranges in two small box. Two small boxes. That is 2x, right? 2x. Plus number of oranges still remain. That is 10. So our final answer will be the total number of oranges in the larger boxes will be 2x plus 10. Understood? So that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe and give a like. And please feel free to leave any comment. I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe everyone, and please do take care.